Hello, where the hell have you been, you fat bastard? As everyone's most probably been asking right now. Um, well, as a channel that tended to mostly do on conventions, and seeing as there hasn't been any for a year and a half, um, I couldn't really do much about that. I mean, I think it would have just been videos of me slowly going crazy. Um, so there's going to be one of the changes. I'm letting you guys know what's coming. So we are going to conventions, so they will resume as normal. We're not going to as many. I think we're currently only got two planned. One is MCon, and the other one is Comic Con Liverpool. Just because it's a local one, so it's not going to be hilariously expensive. There's also going to be something additional on the channel. I might not wait to put this video up until I have the equipment, which is most probably making you worry. But I'll tell you the story. I've had some mental health issues, haven't we all, in the past year and a half? So I was talking to someone about 2, 3 weeks back about, I'm generally playing on a PlayStation and stuff, and sometimes you feel when you walk away from it, you've made progress, but there is nothing to show for it. So he said to me, "Well, you like anime?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "So you know what? You've seen some Mobile Suit Gundam?" And I went, "Yeah." So he said, "Have you ever thought of building them?" And I was like, "Oh shit," because if you've seen my Doki Doki, and this is Literature Club then, the Doki Doki Festival in Manchester, I did mention in that video that there was this table, this goes, there seemed to be hundreds of them, and I always had the implication, or the kind of the misconception, I suppose, is the word I'd best use, that they were incredibly complicated, needed painting, and were like a kind of high-end tier of making models. Um, so I was a bit like, oh, yeah, what? So he showed me, or he gave me some links to some videos. One was a guy called Plasmotherapist, which sounds like a Spider-Man villain, but that's just me. And he is a Gundam maker who basically believes um, that you can effectively use model making as a type of self-therapy, which I was like, so I watched his videos. It seemed interesting. And the second link was to a video by, I'm going to say this wrong, but UC Gundam. It was basically the beginner's guide to gunpla, as it is called. So I sat through that, and essentially within about the first 3 minutes, he was like, certain grades are not that complicated. A lot of it's snapped together. You don't have to paint them. It's completely optional. Everything is generally pre-coloured. And weirdly enough, I'd kind of done this before because I have a couple of these. This is a Hatsune Miku, which, by the way, I completely fucked up there. You see the super glue. And I can, looking at it now, I can't. She's fell off, but she'll survive. But that they snap together, then they can be complicated. It just depends on the grades. So what I thought I'd do is, when these kits arrive, I'm going to film myself making them, and we can go on this journey, I think that's the word we can use, journey together. And what I'll do is, when I construct a model, I'll post the film up, and then I think what I'll start to consider is looking at not painting them, but maybe adding things like weathering and accentuating detail, stuff like that, gunpla markers, etc., etc. So we'll go on that together and you can watch me suffer. So keep an eye out. I'll post this as soon as the stuff arrives so you'll at least know what's coming. Thank you and goodbye.